Hey, what is going on, guys? It is Young here, and today I'm back in another Fortnite video. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys my #1 Fortnite tip that truly is going to make you unbeatable in Fortnite. And this is a tip that a lot of great players do every single game. If you want to be good at Fortnite, you have to be doing this every single game. And before we get into the video, I'm going to be launching up another V-Buck giveaway. If you guys want to win a chance to win some free V-Bucks, all you have to do is to drop a like on this video, make sure to subscribe to the channel, turn on my notifications, and leave a comment down below of your Xbox gamer tag, PSN gamer tag, or Epic account. And lastly, if you haven't already, make sure you guys add me on Snapchat. It is YoungHumorYT. I'm very active on there. I have a lot of cool stuff going on over there as well. So make sure you guys add me on Snapchat if you haven't already. And alright guys, let's get right to the video. Okay, so in this video, I'm going to be giving you guys my #1 tip that's really going to make you an unbeatable player in Fortnite. This is something that a lot of really good players, a lot of pros do. It's something that you definitely need to put into your game if you guys don't already do this. And as well, I have a 19 kill duo gameplay. 19 kills is the most kills I've had since the Glider redeploy came out of the game, because before that I was dropping mad 20 bombs. So this 19 kill game was a really good game. I should have had 20. I had a 20th guy knocked. Eventually, I think it was like halfway through, a little bit over halfway through in the game, I had a guy knocked, and then eventually he got revived, and I wasn't able to kill him later in the game. So it's just mad unfortunate. I really should have had that 20 bomb, but it is what it is. So my #1 tip I can give you guys, and a good example of this and exactly what I mean. So say you see a team coming from retail, they're coming over to you, and this is something that you really want to do in a duos or squad games, especially because you're fighting multiple players. It's going to be very difficult to pick all of them off. So normally when players see people pushing you, they're going to push up right away. So you're going to be ramping up, and every single time if you ramp up, maybe you're lucky and they can't shoot you down right away, but guaranteed every single time the other players are going to be nailing you down, just trying to knock you down off that high ground, and then spraying you with their scars, P90s, rockets, quad launchers, everything that they got. So you're going to get sprayed every single time. It's not a bad idea, it's not a bad push at all, but a better way, in a way that you should be doing it instead every single time. And like I said, this is more important in duos or squads, and if it's in solos and you make a guy weak, then you really don't have to worry about it. You should just be pushing right away. But in duos or squads, or even solos, depending on the gunfight and depending on the type of player that you're going against, what you want to do every single time is instead rotate over to the house, get that nearest high ground, and from there, and you're going to have a lot of advantages on top of the roof. And first of all, a lot of the times, they're not even going to notice that you're up there. If you change positions like that, they're really not going to have any idea where you are. And on top of that, if they go to spray you down, the furthest you're going to fall is towards the roof again. So you're going to have high ground every single time. And on top of that as well, if other people are trying to come to you, the only thing they can do is knock you down. But if they knock you down, you're going to have high ground right away. So no matter what, they're going to have to ramp up to you, and while they're ramping up towards you, you're going to have a wide open shot on it. So I don't really know what to call this tip, maybe call it like repositioning or something like that, but something that you want to do every single time. It doesn't have to do with buildings every single time, but it has to do with repositioning yourself to get in a better position. And you want to do this when it comes to, mountains, you have buildings, anything in general like that, then you want to do it on there. And the reason why it is so important and so crucial that you do this every single game is otherwise you're going to get screwed over from the teams that are constantly spraying, and a lot of the time they're not even going to notice that you're up there. They're still going to think that you're down below. So having that high ground and that surprise advantage is really going to set you up to have a lot of easy kills, a lot of knocks, and a lot of lasers. So going into game, what you want to do is every single time that you're going to run into a team that's going to spray duo squads, and you just know they're going to be that really toxic team, just look for anything that's high ground and that's also sturdy. And of course, I know in this game there's dynamite. Pretty much nothing is safe except for mountains now, because I've actually had like 3 deaths where I've been on top of Red Umbrella, been on top of Top Trump, just on top of big buildings, and just got dynamited down all the way. So super annoying, but the best thing you want to do is just go to a structure that's very hard to break, and that's going to be your best bet when it comes to fighting those squads, fighting those duos that are really toxic, or maybe even solos. But here for the rest of the video, I have a 19 kill duo gameplay. It is a really good game. My teammate ended up dying, unfortunately. I think it was like halfway through the game. But there was this one combo that I need to talk to you guys about. It is absolutely insane. And that combo is the double barrel and the deagle. Those two are absolutely nuts. The deagle especially, you're going to see a lot of gameplays coming from me where I'm using the pump deagle, tac deagle, double barrel deagle. Anything with a deagle combination, probably not a double deagle. And the reason is, I don't know, I feel like I'm not the most accurate. Sometimes I have really bad bloom with it. But otherwise, I'm using a deagle in every single loadout with a shotgun. It's very, very effective. Just having that one shot advantage to a wall, the Deagle is a one shot to any wood structure. It's not a one shot to brick or steel. You're going to have to make it weak a little bit before you do it. But to wood, it's a one shot, and that is such an advantage because a lot of times you're going to see a lot of players, unless they're pretty good players or above average players, they're not going to be ready for it at all. You're going to catch them off guard every single time. Because once you shoot your Deagle, the wall's going to break immediately, and if they're not ready for it, the wall's going to break. You're going to have your shotgun out, and they're going to be sitting in their box just pissing themselves. They're going to be absolutely scared, have no idea what's going on. So that's why I've been using the Deagle. Of course, against better players, it can be a little bit more difficult, but it's also good for other uses as well. It's also very good for first shot accuracy. They increase the range on it, or the bullet drop off. It used to be like 30 something from range, just something trash like that. But now it is a 50 damage shot from range, 100 damage if you hit him in the head from range. Up close, it's a 75 damage shot and a 150. So it does do really good damage. The bloom on it isn't really too bad. You're going to get a lot of hits with it. And a lot of times it's very effective in build fights because you have a guy ramping on you. You can shoot them down instantly because they're not going to have any time to react. There's nothing they can do. It's not like they're like shooting out your ramp or anything and they have time to react. You're going to be popping out your Deagle, take a shot at their ramp, and they're going to fall immediately. So it's a lot of times, the reason why it's so good, like I've said, it just catches people off guard. So that's why I've been using the Deagle a lot, and the damage as well is pretty good. For the reason I've been using the double barrel a little bit more, I pretty much put it away for a while. I really wasn't using it too much because I just felt like it was really inconsistent. But if you can hit your shot, it can do a ton of damage. Just look right here. I'm going to break through. They're not going to have any idea. They're both healing up. Hit them both in the head for over 130 damage right off the first shot. So with the double barrel especially, you have to make sure that you hit all of your pellets or as many pellets as possible. Because if you can hit all those shots, you're going to be doing over 100 damage every single shot. And I mean, that's just an absolute laser. So if you hit your shots with the double barrel, it's going to do a ton of damage every single time. And the thing about the double barrel is it doesn't have a lot of range. So you really have to be close quarters when you go for a shot. Otherwise, you're going to be doing like 17 damage, 30 at most in the head. And back to the first tip when I was talking about how you want to kind of build around buildings, just prevent yourself from getting shot down. Another really good thing that you can do in build fights, I touched on it in another previous video, but one thing that I do a ton is I connect my build. And what I mean by that, so I'm getting shot out a ton and I'm trying to prevent that. So what I'm doing is I'm connecting my builds to anything where like be buildings, mountains, anything, or just another opponent's builds. And you're going to see me do it a ton right here. So I'm connected my structure to the structure that was nearby. The reason I'm doing this, it makes it so much harder to shoot down because they have to find the source of my ramp, they have to find the source of that ramp. So if you have a ton of builds connected, it's going to be very difficult for other players to destroy it, unless they have dynamite, of course. There's something dumb like that where you can just blow up everything. Otherwise, it's going to be very difficult to get shot down, sprayed down, grenaded down, just because there's so many sources and so many things connected. So these guys over here trying to knock it down, but I don't know what they were trying to do because it was knocking down at all. They only knocked that piece down over there. But once you do that and you have high ground, you're pretty much stuck on high ground. They're not going to be able to take you out very easily. The only thing they could do is either sit on low ground and just stay there, which would be kind of annoying and kind of a new move, or they could ramp up, which is their best alternative, because once they're ramping up, you're going to have free shots on them and just have an absolute advantage on every single player that's ramping up. And it's especially important because when I was playing duos here and my teammate was down, I had to make sure that I kept the high ground no matter what, because otherwise I'm going to get shot out, I'm going to be going down, and if you have low ground against a team, I'm telling you, you're going to get sprayed the absolute mess out of, and it's just not going to be a good situation. So always remember to try to reposition yourself on top of very sturdy structures, and as well to connect your builds as much as possible. You're going to see me do it right here. I connected my build from right there, from my building to his building. So that's going to make it very hard for this guy to try to shoot me out if he does. And he still was able to shoot me out, unfortunately. So I just dropped down. There's no point in just pushing back up because the storm was coming in. So this guy's dropping down. I phased through my ramp. And you're about to see me lag super bad. So here, I'm just trying to come out of the zone, give myself as much distance in between me and him as possible, because I don't want to fight in the zone at all. So right here, I'm trying to build out. I lag right back into the storm. I was super confused. I thought I was going to be dead. And I would have been kind of salty if I died there. So I put my 4 over him, and I also put a pyramid just in case he tried to break it. Try to go for a deagle shot. Try to go for that 75 shot. I got one shot on him with the double barrel. So I'm going to keep high ground again. The circle is kind of far, so either I have to go for the kill right now or I'm going to push zone. So I'm getting myself high ground. I'm going to be able to pop one mini, and I decided to push zone, and that guy was still over there, and that's what's going to cost him. I rotated towards the zone earlier, and this guy had absolutely no idea where I was because he was down low healing up because I hit him with that double barrel. So this guy still thinks I'm on high ground over there, which is a pretty dangerous spot because he still thinks I'm up there. So I'm going to have a wide open shot on this guy. So I'm just waiting for him to come out of the zone, which he is, and he doesn't know where I'm at yet, which I don't know how he doesn't see the trail over here. But I get a couple shots on him, and now I'm just pushing over, trying to prevent myself from getting shot out, shoot out his wall with my deagle, finish him off. And there we go, 19 kill win, boys. And alright guys, that's it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you guys liked it. If you did, make sure to drop a like on this video. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. Turn on my notifications so you're notified for every single new video. And alright guys, I will see you in the next video.